Well, it's a pleasure talking with you, man. I did the catch up yesterday. I buffed up on some of the stuff you've been in. You're like taking over Netflix, so thanks for that.
Well, I like that it's easy to find. Only a click away.
Who do you think you're most like? Are you more of a Superman in real life, or maybe Bobby Long in real life, or what is it?
Oh, between those two. I would probably pick Superman, I guess. But in most situations, I probably wouldn't necessarily pick Superman. But usually the Clark version of Superman, the Clark half of Superman, is what I more normally like.
Now, when you did that Zack and Miri movie, did they tell you what you were gonna do? Like, were you aware that was coming?
Yeah, well, I got a call that Kevin Smith was interested in this part for me in his film. I was like, whoa, okay, well, that's okay, awesome. And you have to come into the office somewhere and read the script. And I thought I was going to be Justin Long's part. I think the message, and then when I read the part, I was like, oh, okay, so this is even better for me in a way, because what happened was pretty great, and I just stood back and got to watch Justin Long just be incredibly funny and try not to laugh hysterically at him.
And joining us right now, actually, Seth just got here. He's late to the party. Come on, Seth.
Sorry, I was in a meeting with our engineers. Sorry. It's nice to meet you.
Well, you got to make sure everything works right.
Exactly.
Nice to meet you.
You do not make Superman wait, Seth.
I'm sorry. I was dealing with kryptonite in the other room.
Okay, sure thing.
It was all going down.
I appreciate it.
With what Seth said and with what I said, the whole Superman thing, it really is kind of stuck with you. Is that cool with you, or does it like ever weigh on you at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been the thing that people always know me as. Prior to doing Superman, I was on a soap opera and didn't have much other claim to fame other than being from Iowa, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't weigh on me, and never really did. I took the job knowing full well that was going to be something that was going to be a part of my life probably forever. Thankfully, it's in a good way. I'm proud of the movie, and a lot of people enjoyed it. So that helps, I guess. And having it be such an inspirational, iconic role, it's a nice thing to carry with me and have that be part of who people see me as. The funny thing is, I do find now that I meet a lot of people who know me from Chuck or Zack and Miri or Scott Pilgrim, and then their buddy goes, he was in Superman. They're like, what, he was? So I guess I've been in the business long enough now that not everybody knows everything that I've done. So that's kind of cool.
When Superman first came out, your face was everywhere, and Tanner actually recently bought a mask with your face on it. Is it kind of creepy seeing that stuff all around the world?
Well, the mask is a little creepy.
Would you sign will you be signing your own face at Sask Expo here?
I feel like I have signed one. I've not seen that very often, those masks, but they're creepy because there's no eyes in them, and so it's your eye. And
yeah, you got a second one
them
coming.
on a face, they look a little bit less creepy, but I would sign a mask, yeah, if somebody had one of those. I think there are better things to sign, probably.
I'm bringing mine. That's all I got. I'm proud of it. Maybe we'll do like a photo op together, and I'll wear the mask, and it'll be like, I don't know. Maybe that's a little too much, I think.
I'm not sure about that one.
Now, how about any criticism you get through what you've done? Like, what if people, say, like, is there some hardcore fans out there of these superhero genres that they get really like all twisted up if you didn't do this character right, or this wasn't done right, or this was done right? How do you handle the negativity?
Well, nobody's had the balls to speak to me in person about anything like that. So if they have those feelings or misgivings, they vent them on the internet, which I have definitely read over the years. I don't shy away from that. I like to hear what people really think, and they have, there's truth to everything that people say negatively. They want to have they have their own opinions about what they wanted to see, and with any film, it's hard to please everyone, and you can't really. We do our best. But that's just part of the game, and I know that there are an overwhelming number of people who enjoyed the film, and that's what I make it for. There are some people who are never going to be pleased by anything, and I'd hate to be them because that's a kind of a miserable life. But
yeah.
There are people like that, and I don't try to win those people over. The thing that kills me is I get, no matter what convention it is, I'm half the people that come up to say hello or have something signed or take a photo. Say, it may not be cool to say this, but I know maybe not everybody does, but I love the movie. Like it's some secret. And I often say, Just love it, man. If you like it, if you just love it, you don't have to make any excuses. It's a fine movie. So
yeah, I know people that are super excited to see you, and also the costume too. Like your costume didn't have the weird nipples like some other superhero costumes have, so that's a plus.
I was pretty happy with it. I felt pretty manly. I felt pretty super manly in it. So
yeah, and you're also keeping this whole superhero thing alive. You'll be appearing on the new season of The Arrow as the Atom, which is kind of cool, I guess, to get the whole superhero thing back on.
Yeah, it's a totally different suit, and I haven't been in it yet. I've only seen some drawings, and it's a very different character, and I really can't say too much about what the suit's going to look like. But just to say that that's very different, and I don't believe there's a cape, which doesn't really surprise anybody if you've seen the Atom in the comics, but. It's a cool opportunity. It's a great show with a huge following. They do a really nice job grounding the show and having my character on there. He adds a lot of different elements. I get to come on and do a lot of comedy in a pretty dark world. My character, Ray Palmer, interacts with Felicity mostly so far in the episodes that I've shot, and it's just a lot of fun. Well, I have a great time working with Emily. I think it's gonna add a whole new element to the show that audiences will like, whether they dislike Ray getting in the way of the Arrow Felicity, Oliver Felicity relationship or not. Hopefully they're entertained by it.
When do you get to put the suit on then? If you've already started filming the season?
I don't know. They're kind of waiting, making it dramatic, I suppose. So I'm not sure when the end date. We filmed 6 episodes so far, so 6 of 22. So there's a long way to go yet.
Oh yeah, you got
We're just early into shooting the 3rd season.
Out of all the superhero stuff, because it's the big trend that's, I guess, still stuck around in Hollywood these last couple of years, with the Avengers and then the DC stuff starting up and Arrow and all this. What are you a fan of the most? Like, what's your favorite that you've seen lately?
Oh man, Guardians.
Yeah,
was just phenomenal. I did not know anything about that world, about that book. I was blown away. James Gunn did a fantastic job with that, and I saw it twice in the theater, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen the movie twice. I have a 2-year-old son, so I haven't seen a movie twice in the theater in a long time.
I saw Guardians twice too. I never thought I'd fall in love with this, like a talking raccoon, and I thought, I was like, I don't know about this raccoon if it's gonna work, and it worked. It was a great show. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, what kills me is they use for the trailer is the Blue Swede song, "Hooked on a Feeling."
Yeah.
And that is my 2-year-old son's favorite song. He sold me once I heard that in the trailer. I was like, I got to see this movie.
All right, Brett and Routh, thank you so much for the time.
Looking forward to seeing you next weekend.
Right on. Appreciate you guys taking the time.
And then you can sign your own face for me. It'll be a magical moment, I'm sure.
Right. Good.
Thanks again, man.
Cool. Thanks, guys.